Hi guys, welcome back for maybe our last story for a while. But this is one of my earlier books. It's called Sneeze Beez, the Sneeze Beez. And I've got two rabbits with me today. They're brother and sister. So I'm thinking of calling this one, remember I said slippers, sandals, shoes and socks. Well, how about we call this one slippers and this one sandals. Slippers is the crazy one and sandals is definitely a lot quieter. I love them. Look at that. Oh, they're beautiful. Anyway, this is Sneeze Beez, and a beautiful friend of mine by the name of Lorraine, she did illustrations on this. And I'm going to be writing more stories about my Sneeze Beez, who all actually come from Buckle Valley. Everything's from Buckle Valley. What a place, yeah. Hey, Rabbit, you like rocking the chair? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do. Anyway, I won't read the whole story to you, but I'll give you an idea what Sneeze Beez is about. Sneeze Beez. There are 14 Sneeze Beez. And every one of them rhymes with the word bumble, like bumblebee. We've got a humblebee. I've got a stumblebee. I've got a crumblebee. But I'll tell you about some of them, okay? I'll take my glasses off. And I'll tell you about some of them. This is the humblebee. Humble because he's always apologising. He's sorry for everything. Always nearly say I'm sorry for breathing. Every day, oh sorry, excuse me. And it's nice to be nice. It's, you know, you'll not apologise for everything. And he's got a little poem that tells you who he is. And it says, it's nice to say you're sorry and apologise when you're wrong. It's manners to say excuse me when you leave a little pong. Oh. But don't go and overdo it, because some might think you're not being true if you spend too much of your time being sorry for being you. You don't have to apologise for being you. You're very special. You're really special. So are you. Perhaps you know a humblebee. Give them a hug. They might even hug you back. The next one. This one. This one is very special to me, because I think this is me, Rabbit. Yeah. This is the jumblebee. A little bit kind of crazy and a whole lot of bonkers. And he wakes up in a jumble. Never wears matching socks. Sometimes there's a welly on one foot and a slipper on the other. He wears his shirt upside down and his jumper inside out. And he doesn't say buzz, he says zub, which is buzz backwards. See, zub. And I have to tell you his little rhyme. It says, have you ever felt all mixed up and kind of fuzzy in the head? That silly billy feeling where every word begins with Z. Well, it's okay to be a jumblebee, the coolest in the hive. Just do those wacky, crazy things. They're proof that you're alive. Just be yourself. It's just fantastic. Oh, he has stripes too. And they're all upside down and inside out and stuff. There's the crumblebee. She crumbled because she makes all the crumble and the tarts. This one is the grumblebee. Grumble because he's grumpy. Some kids tell me that's their dads. Some kids tell me that's their brothers, other sisters, other friends. But there's always someone that's just not happy, isn't there? You know. And the grumblebee actually likes being grumpy. I'll tell you his poem. He says, there's no one happy all the time, or wears a constant smile. It's okay to wear your grumpy face and be sad a little while. You might see someone crying like they've lost their favourite toy, but don't be quick to judge them. There might be tears of joy. So yeah, I get grumpy when I'm tired or when I'm hungry. If you see me yawning, you better watch out. This is the tumblebee. Now the tumblebee, she loves tumbling and she's like an acrobat ballet dancer. Oh, I'm reading this rhyme because I like the rhyme. You don't need to have great rhythm or play piano like a star. It's much more fun to stomp your feet and play the air guitar. Just dance like no one's watching and wave your arms up in the air. Show the world you live your life like you haven't got a care. Yeah, see? Be as free as you like. Free as the tumblebee. Hi, tumblebee, that's her. When we're doing her tumbles. The fumblebee, bit awkward. He drops everything. Yeah, fumbling everything. That's like me too. Get up in the morning, come down, put on an egg, drop it. Oh, this is the Mumblebee. He's a cool dude. I love the Mumblebee. His conversations with himself. He buzzes around the hive, nattering away, and even arguing with his imaginary friend. Yeah? And some people call him Jimmy Three Beez, because he can have a conversation with two people. How you doing? Not too bad. How are you? I'm the best. And no need him there himself. So he says it's great to have good company. And friends to call your own. Sometimes we feel much happier by just being left alone. It's good to talk to someone when you're in need of some advice, but being comfortable in your own skin can just be quite as nice. Are you eating my jacket? Yeah, I once had an imaginary friend. We used to play hide and seek together, and I won most of the time. I don't know where he went. I hope he's okay. Maybe he's still hiding. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the autumnal bee. Strange, autumnal, because she only comes round for 3 months of the year. Yeah, in the autumn. The humblebee. I think you're the humblebee because you're chewing my jacket. The humblebee eats everything. Ice cream tastes delicious, but much better with some jelly. Careful now, don't scoff it down. It might upset your belly. Apple slice is not the same unless you add some custard. Have manners now and share it out so no one gets conflustered. Did you ever hear that word conflustered before? It's a real word, you know. Yeah, I like conflustered. Conflustered and clustered. This is the numblebee. Now I kind of cheated with this because there's no real words number, but she likes numbers. So the numblebee likes numbers, and she can do all sorts of maths. But I really like her little rhyme. She says, "Are you listening? Are you listening?" She says, "When I was very little, I could only count to 10. So I'd write numbers down on crayon because I couldn't use a pen. I thought adding and subtracting were much too tough for me, but I worked hard and studied, and I got my maths degree." She's really good at numbers, you know. She can add 2 and 2. She can. And she can add 3 and 7. What's 3 and 7? 10? Is it? 3 and 7, 10. Well, 1 and 1's 2. There's 2 of you. Right, okay. This next one is the drumblebee. Put your fingers in your ears. There's a drumblebee about. Drum, drum, drum. Oh, we just drive you mad. Drumming and drumming and drumming. He's a cool dude. Do you want to hear his rhyme? I have a dream of being a rock star and in a band with other boys. We play lots of crazy instruments and make loads and loads of noise. Our clothes would be all glitzy and our hairstyle's really cool, but we'd have to ask our parents if we could have the time off school. Because you'd have to practice being a drummer, wouldn't you? Then this is the zumblebee. Again, it's not a real word, but I said zumble because he does the zumba. Yeah. Dances. The bumblebee, not like the bumblebee you know, but this one is well, there's 2 M's in this bumblebee because he sits around on his bum all day. Yeah, that's him. And he kind of enjoys it. And he just likes being who he is. You know, he says, "It's true we're all born different. There's no 2 of us the same. Twins might look identical, but each play a different game. Some short, some tall. Some round, some small, and different colours too. But there's one thing that is certain. There's only one of you." It's nice to be you, isn't it? This guy's a bit like me. Not totally, but he's called the rumblebee because he rumbles everywhere. He just looks everything. You think she lost her marbles? Just everywhere. Looking behind the sofa, under the chair, in her bag, in her school bag. Everyone, yeah. It's like an adventure out home. You can rumble in the garden, you know. You can look behind the rocks and plants, and you can search behind your sofa or go rumble in your yard. Adventures can be anywhere. You don't have to look too hard. Great treasures may be lurking under rocks or behind a tree. Mother Nature's full of the hidden troves, and all of them are free. This is the stumblebee. Stumble, fumble, rumble, crash, bang, wallop. Falls everywhere. He's like a bull in the china shop, right? And yeah. I'll not read this first, because you might read these yourself, you know. Somebody else might. But the last bit, this is what it's all about. You see, all my other bees have little poems, and we know what colour they are. But the last one, there's no poem, and he's not coloured in. This is for you to colour in. You see, this one's called the Just Be, and that's you. Just be yourself. So you can colour this in, whatever colour you want it to be. That can be you. And you can write a little poem. You can even send a little poem to me and say who you are. Would that be cool? Because I like it, yeah. You're just be. So that's them all. Do you know what I'll do? I'll just finish it with a tiny little story. Watch out, there's a sneeze bee about. Of course there is. They're everywhere. And this is the poem. It rained so hard this morning as I got the bus to school. I thought that every puddle was like a swimming pool. I sat beside the window to count out every drop. But the rain got much too heavy, and soon I had to stop. A car went past and made a splash and gave me quite a fright. As I rubbed my eyes and looked back out, I saw the strangest sight. Right there upon the window and waving back at me was the most peculiar insect that looked just like a bee. He grinned at me with his great big smile, so I giggled back and I waved a while. I liked my newfound friend. I'd gladly give him my old coat, or even lend him Daddy's boat. My pockets would keep him from the cold. I'd open up this window wide to see if he could fly inside. For him, I'd be as good as gold. Then suddenly, my friendly bee put on a cheeky grin. He didn't look too happy that I hadn't let him in. He blew a great big bubble that he'd made from chewing gum. Then the rascal turned around and wiped the window with his bum. Uh-oh. It was then that I remembered a story I'd been told about a hive that's full of sneeze bees, and how they're sometimes bold. So beware if you're out walking and a sneeze bee follows you. If it gets to land upon your nose, it'll be achoo, achoo, achoo. I just loved reading that story for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Do you rabbits enjoy it? Oh, I think I'm going to have to teach you guys how to talk. Maybe I should learn rabbit talk first. But that's the last of our stories for a while. I really hope you'll tune in again soon for more stories from Buggle Valley and from my new friends, the Boogie Woogie Bears, Boogie Woogie Band. See ya. Bye. Bye.